Attack of the Clones is the next installment of my prequel series of reviews. So this is the weird part of my prequel series reviews. As I mentioned, I kind of have a weird relationship with the prequels where I was not someone who grew up in an era where the prequels were not around. I was born in 2003. The prequels are always there. Revenge of the Sith hadn't come out yet, but for the most part, the prequels were always just a part of my life. However, the one I remember liking and watching the most is Phantom Menace. The ones that I didn't watch that often were Attack of the Clones. And in fact, I've only seen this movie like 3 times. Once on DVD, once on Blu-ray, and then, well, actually, I guess 4 times, but twice on 4K. So, and yeah, I don't like this movie. I actually, man, this is the Star Wars movie that I think I just never want to rewatch because it's really, really bad. It's not my least favorite Star Wars movie. It used to be, but after Rise of Skywalker, and it's sitting with me for multiple years at this point, that one is my least favorite. I'm excited to revisit that, and actually, I'm not excited. But yeah, let's. I'm trying to figure out what to do about this review. Like, how do I even summarize how awful this movie is, but also like not just shit on it and say nice things about it. But genuinely, this is one of those movies that I don't think there is anything good about it at all besides John Williams' score. The dialogue in this movie is I think some of the worst in the prequel trilogy, because I think by the time Revenge of the Sith came around, George Lucas did fix some of the dialogue issues. They weren't as bad. I guess we'll start with the one positive I can think of. Jar Jar's not in this movie that much. He doesn't annoy me as much as some people because, as I mentioned, I have like nostalgia for that. But I definitely am glad he's not in this movie that much. But other than that, I just don't like this movie because you're like, what's the plot of this movie? They're really it's Anakin's protecting Padme from an assassin, but the way that all that assassin stuff goes down like doesn't make a lot of sense. Then it's like, and then it switches to Anakin going to Tatooine to save his mom, and then you get Obi-Wan's plot with the clones, and there's a cool fight with Dooku and Yoda, but that was about it. Like, I can't summarize the plot to you because there's just all these different through lines going on that aren't working very well. And this movie is also an awkward point in the trilogy because it makes you go, why was this, like, the Phantom Menace made the way it was? Like, why did we need to see Anakin as a kid? Why couldn't we just start here? Because now this whole movie's a lot creepier. Because the thing is, like, knowing that Anakin and Padme knew each other when he was a 12-year-old little boy, and now he's in this movie. Really fucking creepy. It makes their whole romance icky and just kind of gross, like a 12-year-old little boy. And he still acts like a 12-year-old boy as a grown-ass adult. And it's like, why are you attracted to this dude who's like, I slaughter them, the women and the children, they're like animals. You're like, what the fuck? And then she's like, give me some of that action. What the fuck, Padme? Girl, you can get some pussy somewhere else. Like, this is not I'm sorry, not pussy. You can get some dick somewhere else. Why do you need it from this grown ass 12-year-old? It's creepy as fuck. I really fucked up pussy. I should start this review over, but I'm not gonna do that. This went off the rails really quickly, but yeah, this movie is awful. Don't watch it unless you just like or like me. You want to see every Star Wars movie, but honestly, all you need to know is that the clones were created on a planet called Kamino, and they're clones of Boba Fett's daddy, and even X. Oh God, I'm just trying to explain some of the plot of this movie. I'm just like, what the fuck? I don't like this movie. Don't watch it. We'll talk about Revenge of the Sith next week, which will actually be cool because I actually like Revenge of the Sith and I have actually interesting things to say about that movie. So, well, this one I don't really have a lot to say and I just don't like it. So,